Hey, this is DJ Allison Girini, and we're doing a new weekly series here on YouTube. I'm doing a reference lap every week for the Rookie Mazda series, and where I try to help newbies and veterans alike get faster at the most populated hopper in iRacing. All right, so this is my lap at the Roval, which is the track this week. I did a 126.98. And at the moment of this recording, that is the current world record on the V7 tire model. So let's watch it, and I'll share any kind of things I'm looking at and things that we're trying to do, and just things I'm just trying to accomplish during the lap. Alright, so I mean, before the lap even starts, I'm trying to be as far to the left as possible. And really, to set a fast lap, I want to get a nice straight line through the chicane here. It might take away some lap time from the lap before, but we're just trying to set one fast lap. So I will give up time before the chicane so I have good speed leaving it. And you can really jump on these blue curbs here. The car takes it. It does bottom out. You might have to like figure something out shortly after the car bottoms out, but it is fast to take a blue curb here. Be careful on this one on the right. If you take too much, it's an off track, and then the lap won't count. But just experiment with the amount of blue curb you take over here, and you'll find where that track limit is. Okay, so we're just trying to have good speed coming out of here. We want to be close to this right side wall. And I'm braking around just after the 2, before the 1. So it's like just before the 1, and I'm just trying to carve the car in. I want to barely nick the corner of this blue curb here. So just like the corner of my tire touches that blue curb, that's okay. And if you notice over here, my foot kind of comes off the accelerator a little bit because the car's a little unstable. The baseline setup is very low, so it's easy to bottom it out, so it gets real sketchy really quick. So let's just watch just my foot come off a little bit just to manage the traction. See, and then I get right back into it. I'm opening the steering wheel, allowing the car to drift to use every inch of track, because the more steering we have into the car, the more it's going to restrict the car moving forward. So think about, if the more steering wheel you have into it, it's almost like you have a little bit of brake on the car, which would stop it from accelerating, of course. Again, we're getting close to this wall, as close as possible. And you can let the car come out here, but I'm going to try to, I'm hustling the car as far back to the left as I can, but not at the expense of losing speed, because I want to carry a lot of momentum into this next right-hander up here. And at this point, I'm just using the pedals to push the car wide, and then I'll use the pedals to bring the nose back in. So my steering wheel should be pretty constant through this whole thing. I'm literally just using the pedals to dictate where the car goes. And again, we want to have that steering wheel open when we're leaving, because we want the least amount of restriction on accelerating as possible. So, and we want to use all of the track. And you can nick some blades of grass here. It's not too bad, but be careful on the V7 tire model. Grass is super slippery, so you don't want any load into the left side of the car when you touch the grass, because things might get a little wild. So you can even hear that little bit I touched the grass there. The wheel spun up a little bit. You can hear it in the revs. Alright, the right-hander up here, I'm getting as close to the blue curb as possible. I'm using the brakes right after this corner to balance the car in. And you want to be real close to this wall. And honestly, I think I turned it in a tad early for this one. I think if I would have turned it in a little bit later, so just got on brakes a little later and then turned a little later, I think it would have been faster through this section, honestly. But basically, we want to be on power, We don't want to come all the way to the left side of the track because we need to at least leave this open. There's a nice little scoop here. You like throw the car into this scoop. It compresses in this area and then it will push wide. And this is another section where you're just playing with the pedals, just trying to balance the car at the limit. You're not really moving the wheel too much here. You're using the pedals to kind of push the car out with the throttle, and then with the gas you kind of pull the nose back in, and then you do the same thing again. So quick dab of the brake over here. Watch it again. It's just a quick little tap of it. It really flicks the car in, and now I'm using the throttle to miss this wall. And again, on exit, we want to be in a position where we can open the wheel because that creates the least amount of resistance to moving forward. And we want to use all of the track as well, so it's moving right up to this wall here. And we want to quickly get back to the bottom of the track because that makes it where we're moving the least amount of distance. So we're going to be traveling the same speed no matter what, but if we travel less distance, then it's a shorter lap, therefore a better lap time. All right, the chicane, this is the 2018 version of the Roval, and this is a very thread the needle section, and the way I like to do it, I've seen people do it different ways, but the way I like to do it is I like to put my right tires on this line right here. I like to grab just enough curb where I'm not really touching the blue, and I like to already be shifting the load of the car to the left. You see my wheels turn to the right here. Basically, right as I'm hitting this curb, the car's like in the air on the left side right now. As I'm leaving that curb, I'm going to start shifting the weight to the left side of the car because I need to unload these right tires because I'm where the mouse is right here. There's this blue curb right here. I'm running over that thing, and I can't have a lot of weight on the right side tires because if I do, the thing's going to pop up in the air. So right now the car's fully loaded on the left, and it allows me to run over that blue curb and barely miss these curbs. If you hit these curbs, you're damaging the car. The thing's going to flip in the air. You're going to be lucky if you don't hit a wall. So this is a very, very thread the needle portion. I think in a race, I would have done more of a lift here. Now, this wasn't flat. I tried to do it flat. You can't really do it flat. You can if you scrub off a bunch of speed with the front tires using the wheel. If you get real wild out of here, but you can't do it flat and hold a bunch of speed. And if somebody wants to prove me wrong and send me a video, then I will gladly put that up on the YouTube channel. But this is what it looks like at speed. Again, I run over this blue curb on the left. I instantly try to get the left tires loaded so I can run over that curb on the right. And my exit speed leaving was 119, which is I think the best I've ever done it, which is why this is my best lap. This is a huge make or break section of the track as far as lap time. So again, we kind of already covered this section, but again, you're coming in here, you want to stay as far to the left as possible. And you're going to use the brake, so we can see over here, using the brake to balance the nose into the corner, and we want to clip the edge of this blue curbing. And then just let the car skate all the way to the edge here. And if you barely don't hit the wall, that means you took through the chicane about as fast as you can go. And that was a 1:26.9. And we're going to watch the whole lap, start from finish, and I'll do that be quiet stuff as soon as I find where the lap starts. Okay, we're going to watch the lap, and thank you for watching, and tune in next week. I'm going to try to have these up on Monday so you guys can watch the video before you jump into the server and go battle your friends in the Mazda. All right, thank you for watching.